Alright, this is Christian with Tadlock Roofing. Doing another inspection. I want to show you a couple of concerns that I had. I can tell that on this slope right here, we've had a repair done. Back here as well, just with the shingle discoloration, you can tell. Now, when I look further and I can see things like wind lift and deterioration on shingles, you can tell that in this section right here, these shingles have been lifting up for some time because the nail heads right underneath are rusted out. Also, you can see the fiberglass showing, which means the shingles are becoming brittle and they're starting to deteriorate. Now, when I shift over here to this valley, I'll show you why we don't use metal in the valleys anymore. Is one, because they tend to rust as well as bend, and they have to get penetrated into the decking in order for them to stick. So we use a difference in underlayment now. You can also see the cracks and chips and tears in these shingles as well. Moving on to the back side of the roof. Oh, it's hot today. On this back hip, I can see that we've had a couple shingles replaced, maybe from blow-off damage. And now what's really going on is that adhesive is wearing off underneath these as well. And you can see that lifting, which is no good because any given day, those will be ripped off. And the installation was a little different because the nails are on top of the shingle. And I get it, I understand why they did that, to help mat it down a little better. But with those nail heads exposed like that, they're susceptible to getting rust and leaks immediately. On the back slope, notice the same issue on every slope of the roof. There is a tendency where these adhesive on the back of these shingles are starting to wear off, and when that happens, you get susceptible to more wind lift, and when the shingle gets ripped off without knowing, as you can see right down the seam line, that water will travel right here and go down and underneath and sit on your decking boards, therefore causing a leak. Now, I appreciate you telling me there weren't any leaks. I'd like to take a second look inside. The next thing I'd like to point out is that your ventilation system is a little outdated. It's the majority of what most home builders do. They put these box vents on, and what I'm going to explain is how we can open up this ventilation, do away with these box vents, apply the same thing to this ridge over here as well as the front, and that's going to maximize the ventilation of your roof, therefore giving you the longevity that you need, getting that 50-year roof to really last as long as it possibly can, because it'll have more ventilation. Down here as well, you can notice that we've had multiple repairs done on this roof, and over time they do tend to stick and work, but it's more like putting a band-aid on and then that band-aid just getting ripped off over and over and over again. Single separation starts to show leaking, deterioration, as well as wind lift to come. In my professional opinion, this roof is it's time to replace. Excuse me, it's getting hot. One more thing I'd like to point out too on my way down is the gutters are actually spiked down right through the eave metal. And when we do a roof, we replace everything. So you're gonna get new eave metal, but we're gonna have to put on new gutters as well, because those gutters are gonna have to come down. And when we do the gutters, they get damaged on the way down, so you have to get new ones. That's the reason behind that. But primarily, every gutter company should be installing these below the eave metal, not spiking them through like this. Thank you, and I look forward to showing you this video.